was the one that she was warming up with.
And welcome everyone to Sterling, to high school. Sterling, my gosh. Sterling Silver Knights take on the Cinnamon Pirates in the quarterfinals of the South Jersey Group 2 tournament for softball, as we are starting at a very unusual time for around this time. It's going to be one pretty soon as it is, but usually you have it right after school, but today game got canceled yesterday due to the rain and all, but we're able to do it now.
And it's actually going to work out well.
Click it.
There you go, you're
It's actually going to work out well because we're supposed to get rain later. Now, they didn't plan it, I don't think, because of that, but it's going to allow us to avoid the rain. So
Yeah,
that's a good
it's a
thing.
beautiful day out for softball. I think this is the perfect weather you could have it for, and overall, I'm super excited to be out here with you guys.
Me too. I don't even know when the last time I did a softball game, actually. And
So that's our pitcher, Molly Skelly, the junior.
She's got 91 innings pitched, giving up 82 hits, 41 earned runs for an earned run average of 3.15. So that's a good, solid earned run average. Of course, her sister Mallory had pitched, I believe last year was her last year here, had an outstanding career, and Molly Skelly is following suit. And these girls are continuing the great Sterling tradition under new coach Pete Marley's. Miss Johnson stepped down after, I believe, I'm going to say 13 years.
yeah, I was kind of
At the
surprised
helm.
that she stepped down.
I think everybody was. But having a young child, I was going to say, as you guys know, or as Mr. K knows, when you have young kids, you want to be able to spend some more time with them. And if you coach at any sport at the high school level, the time is all-encompassing. It's a very, very much of a commitment.
As that was the first pitch, and that ended up in being a ball. Number 7, Zara, onto bat. And she takes another ball. 0-2 the count. 2-0 the count. Takes a swing at it.
Contact out of the batter's box, right here. I have it out.
And they're going to call her out. She said,
Wow.
Umpire said she ran into the ball.
Take a look at it right here. It
does.
said, yeah, she ran out of the batter's box, and then, I think, I'm not quite sure how it works in softball, but I think once you run out of the box and ball makes contact with you.
It's a base runner getting hit by the ball, and that's something I don't think I've ever seen in baseball, but I have seen it before in softball.
Well, here is number 24, Hannah Derbyshire.
And that's a real nice changeup by Molly Skelly right there.
And another ball is called.
And guys, after throwing that changeup in the previous pitch, that fastball just looks that much faster to the hitter.
Derbyshire with a batting average of 415, so very much a dangerous hitter. Makes contact. Is she able to get to first base? Yes, she is.
Well, both batters have made contact. It's been weak contact, but they get on base all the same. You know what they always say, it's not how hard you hit the ball. Sterling's got to make sure they make plays on the defensive end.
Maddie Katchuk up on bat.
And in Molly Skelly's defense, you're coming in there quick, and the base runner's going down the line. You have very little time to grab that and throw it. That's a short distance that they're running down there.
And I believe that's another ball. So 2-0 again to count. Sorry, my bad. 2 strikes. And that's going to be a foul ball. Batter got a little bit of piece of that.
And that's always a good sign. You saw the hitter reaching like that, and that tells me that Molly Skelly's doing a real nice job keeping the hitters off bounds.
A lot of velocity on those pitches from what I'm seeing.
And you see her going outside on successive pitches. This is where a lot of times pitchers will try to bust them in on the hands up close just to keep them, again, keep them off bounds.
And swings and strike 3.
Went away, but went away with the changeup, and you could see the hitter was really fooled on that pitch. That's a nice job by Molly Skelly.
Sterling with 2 outs, one runner on base, one on first base. Cinnaminson looked like to be dangerous as Gabby Odo up on bat. Takes a little swing at that. And that ball, that's a foul ball, but lands on a truck. Our little cameraman, Ben, able to get a foul ball.
Ben got a little souvenir for himself up there.
And guys, I came out, I didn't see anybody here. I'm like, wait, did they give me the wrong time? Then I looked further and saw them on the JV field as Molly Skelly gets the 3rd out with a strikeout.
Do we know why they're playing on the JV field?
Yeah, then as I got closer, I saw there was a lot of mud in the infield of the varsity field, so that's the advantage of having 2 very good fields right next to each other. You can just kind of mix and match and go with whatever one works the best.
Cinnaminson now will take on the field as Sterling will come up with their first batter. Of course, Cinnaminson will now start practicing a little bit, get their warm up.
That's a good job by Molly Skelly. Coming back there, she got the runner on base.
And that is number 24 out of Derbyshire. Just, again, batting average is quite amazing to see. 415 batting average this season. So, I mean, again, very dangerous on plate. And looking at her pitching and all.
And she's only a freshman, so.
3 years, man. 3 years, you another 3 years you have with her. That is amazing.
Molly Skelly, a junior, and I mean that's what. And she's had varsity experience, and I think you could see that when the runner got on, she wasn't flustered, just got back on the mound and went right back at it. And I think that's the attitude, that's the mindset you need from your pitcher, especially in a playoff situation like this.
Sterling, number 17, Kayla D'Angelo, who usually plays softball during the volleyball during the winter. Not for the yeah, it is for the winter, I believe. No, it wouldn't be the winter. It would be fall. It would be a fall sport.
Fall.
Either way, Kayla D'Angelo coming into this game with a, I believe, 397 batting average. Another, again, mentioned senior. A good veteran player. Almost gets it around third base, but goes out before.
Yeah, just fouled by about a foot. But the impressive thing you saw in that pitch was almost in on her hands, and I like the way she turned on it and got the barrel on the ball. It tells me she's got real quick hands to be able to turn on the inside pitch like that.
pitch and a little too high.
I like her approach too at the plate. Not a lot of movement, just a short step. She really looks well balanced. And guys, in our vantage point right here, we've got a great view of the hitter.
Swings, and that's strike 3. And that was a nice, it looked like a little bit of a curveball.
That was the Channel 19 kiss of death right there. you say positive things, and that's what happens. I'm going to be quiet when there's 2 strikes.
So that's Raina Pelkak, another senior up on bat. Pitch comes in, and that's a ball.
But guys, what I saw from Derbyshire is a little bit of what you saw from Molly Skelly with fastball, then the off speed to the outer part of the plate, and she had the batter reaching and getting the strikeout.
Yeah, 2 very similar pitchers in the way they locate their fastballs and their pitches on the outside part of the plate. And I think if they continue to do that, this might be a bit of a pitcher's duel here in this playoff game.
Takes a swing out of that one. That should be out number 2, and it does. Caught by number 14 on Cinnaminson, Alaya Zornkaski.
Wiggles getting screwed up with those
Last names.
long names, yeah.
The long names, yeah. But that was out number 2. Raina Pelkak gets a good swing, but it gets too much under it.
Just got under a little bit, but got to look at the pitcher first time around.
And that was the strike 1. And that's Maggie. I think that's Ralston.
Ralston.
Comes the second pitch. That's a ball.
Ralston, a junior, coming in with a 350 average, doing a nice job this year in the 3rd hole.
675 slugging.
Low ball. I think she knew exactly as soon as it left her hands that one's going to be a ball. Two on the count. And a chance to walk.
And a hitter's count here for Ralston. She could pretty much do anything here. Take a hack at it. Just gotta have a good eye at the plate.
Gets a decent hack at it, but just a little too.
Yeah, when you look at when she's in the box, she stands pretty far in front of the plate. Her left foot almost the very tippity top of the batter's box.
And that's strike 3. Derbyshire able to get this 3rd out for that first inning, and it remains scoreless for both teams.
I think Derbyshire reached back and threw her best fastball right there. Sometimes, if you want to hit a real good pitcher, you might have to guess on what's coming at you.
So that's out to second. Throw to first in time. First pitch swinging for Liz Stevenson.
We'll give Bairstow the assist right there, tapping it over to second.
Good defensive play, as that'll bring up Caitlin Opp. Nope, not Caitlin Opp.
You're looking.
Madden Riddler for the Pirates. First pitch in there for a strike. Kind of got confused with my rosters there.
It happens.
Here's the 0-1.
That was Ireland Kay making that play at second base.
So 0-2 count. 1 away here in the top half of the second. The pitch. Just a bit high.
Again, you got to take advantage with that. You're up ahead by 2 and try to Get to see if the batter wants to take a little swing on that one.
And the 1-2. That's it out to right in foul grounds. And that will go to the seats. Take a look at the swing there. Just a bit late. But overall, some good power shown there.
Yeah, and that's the good fastball. Now, we've seen her in this situation come at the hitter with the changeup away.
Just a bit high and away, 2-2. Out there to first. Tags the bag in time for the second out.
And the previous ball that went off Bairstow's glove to Ireland K was probably the hardest hit ball. Really having that last one right there really was not hit that hard at all. That's where you make life easy for your fielders.
So it's 1-0 to Del Grippo. Pops it up out towards shallow right. Catch is made to retire the side. So Cinnaminson retired in order. And Sterling will see if they can get their bats going.
A great job defensively for Sterling. Able to not. Honestly, I don't think if they let the first pitch go.
Just yesterday, we found out that us here at Channel 19 won an Emmy for our coverage. Against West Deptford for basketball. And I just want to say, I love this tech crew, man.
Yeah,
I just want to thank everyone on this tech crew, Mr. K, just all of our camera crew, all the announcers for just an incredible year.
A dedicated group.
Yeah.
Out here in the sun, the freezing weather,
at least we won't be out here tomorrow.
No.
It's going to be
Gosh.
horrible tomorrow.
Both Saturday and Sunday in the 90s.
Here's Caitlin Ott to lead it off. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 1-1. Caitlin Ott coming in at a .489 batting average. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count to Ott.
And Derbyshire's got the fastball. Then she's got the fastball that she really reaches back and puts just a little bit extra on it. And I think we saw that on that last pitch.
Swing and a miss. And another strikeout. For Derbyshire. That'll bring up Molly Skelly, the pitcher today for Sterling. Pitch a bit high, 1-0. Skelly at the plate batting .315, .426 slugging percentage. Here's the 1-1 from Derbyshire. Popped up, that'll go foul. Into the outfield of
The varsity
field.
Yeah.
In the dirt. Bounces a couple feet in front of the plate. So far from what we've seen, not a lot of action here offensively as both teams have not yet recorded a hit.
Yeah, one base runner from Cinnaminson in that first inning.
Yeah, I was about to say the only one I think has been is from Derbyshire. As soon as we say that, that's going to be a ball. I mean, a foul.
It rolled fair down the third base line, but then had curved foul the last second. As Del Grippo picks it up in foul grounds. So still 2-2. And that's also in the dirt, so that'll make it a full count at 3-2. That is right back to the mound. For the first is in time. Very hard hit ball by Skelly. But able to glove it is Derbyshire for the second out.
Yeah, it's a nice play by Derbyshire because, as you said, Brian, it was hit hard. You got to react quick. But the good thing about it, right back to the mound, you can set your feet, make a nice, easy throw because obviously you've got time.
Here's Jayla Davis. First pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. The 0-2. And just a bit off the plate. That looked pretty close.
Catcher wanted. Catcher did a nice job framing it, but didn't get that one off the plate.
Swing and a miss. And Sterling, once again, retired in order. Will remain scoreless as we'll go to the third.
That's a good job by Derbyshire getting that last out. As a coach, they can wave you, but you've got to react out there on the bases on your own and have a good sense of knowing what to do.
Jordine Welsh up to bat. Just a freshman, .412 her batting average.
And I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere along the line here we see a bunt, especially with the hitter struggling.
And that's another ball.
Good night.
3-0 is the count, and really just trying to see if she can get her to swing outside the box. And that's a strike right down the middle.
Hitters count. For Welsh, can pretty much do anything here.
That's ball 4.
Leadoff base runner for Cinnaminson. Looking to see if they can capitalize here early.
Well, this is where you got to think you're going to see a bunt to move the runner over to get them in the scoring position. I would think they're going to do that. I see Sterling at third, has third baseman up.
You're right. And could be stealing home. I mean, not stealing home, stealing second.
You'd have to be really ballsy if you're going to steal home from first base.
Jackie Robinson could probably do it. They got the first. That's the first out, but runner now on second. So the bunt ends up working here.
Nice sacrifice bunt, moves the runner into scoring position.
And now we're back on the top of the lineup for Cinnaminson. That's a ball. I'm wondering, I thought at first she was just doing this by accident, but I think this is how she actually bats. Just starts running before she even hits the ball.
Yeah.
And that's going to get it, put in a run here. safe at second. Cinnaminson is now up on one, and wow.
Good RBI double there.
Yeah, it was tailing away. You thought for a second maybe it was going to go foul, but just kind of got inside the line. And that's a big double to get Cinnaminson on the board.
That'll definitely put some pressure on Sterling to get some runs when it gets to their bottom half, because they haven't done really much on offense either. So hopefully it'll give them some momentum as that ball goes fair.
And that's going to be a runner up to second. And a runner at home. Cinnaminson now up by 2.
Back-to-back RBI doubles.
I'm sure you've heard the term a game of inches. There's 2 balls that just hug the line. Yeah, they're a little bit over one way. It's still nothing game. But they stay inside by about a half a foot on both of them. And just like that, you've got a 2-0 lead for Cinnaminson.
Derbyshire able to get the runner home and able to get to second. Pitch makes contact. That's going to be out on first. And that is 2 outs and runner on third. Gabby Odo. Comes the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Sterling would really like to have this third out to be a strikeout.
Got to keep this a manageable comeback.
Way out in the outfield, but Kayla D'Angelo able to grab that one. That's going to be the third out, and Sterling able to stop the bleeding a little bit. Cinnaminson takes a 2-0 lead in the top of the third inning.
Overall, a great job.
Morgan Bairstow, my bad.
Looks to show bunt right there, and as you see Cinnaminson reacting appropriately.
Yeah, you got first and third charging up. Make sure they can field it quickly, and then you got the second baseman going over to cover first.
Yeah, that's a ball. A little too low to the ground.
Not be surprised if at this point he has them waiting for Derbyshire to throw them a strike. Put the pressure on the pitcher. Taken all away on the strike right there.
I believe that's 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Balls it. Third base isn't able to get it, and she's on the base.
And you talk about a move just to get things going, laying down the bunt with 2 strikes. I believe, was there 2 strikes right there?
There was just 1 strike.
Just one, okay, I'm sorry.
It was a 2-1 count.
But still going with the bunt to put the ball in play. And again, as I said, force the fielders to make a play. Just like that, Sterling gets their first base runner.
For a second, I thought the third baseman was going to make the catch.
Yeah,
Kind of doinked her right in the head. Hope she's okay.
guys, Sterling's doing that. They just want to get the ball in play small ball, and try and make things happen.
And they, comes the pitch, a little high. On play, number 10, Ireland Kay, who was a great contributor to the girls' soccer team just as a freshman. Catcher seems to be a little shaken up, actually.
Coming back with the fastball after probably one of the slowest change. I mean, it's almost like she's got different speeds on her changeup. There's one that's just a few miles an hour less than the fastball, and that one that she got Kay to swing at was really lobbed in there.
Swings, and that might be. Ooh.
Pretty close.
Boy. What a quick snap throw. And guys, I think the ball got there.
I think
I think the ball
she
got
missed the
there.
runner.
Yeah, the ball got there in time, but I think the tag just went a little bit in between her legs. So that's a good call by the infield umpire.
And that's tough. If you're the first baseman, you don't see the runner. You're just reaching back and going to spot. But a good job by Bairstow to get back.
That's the first out. Here we go. We take another look at this, and let's just see.
Yeah, the ball was there.
Oh, when you look at it.
I
So
thought
it
so.
did?
I looked at that. I was like, ooh.
For a minute, I thought it went right in between her legs, but it actually hit her right foot before she got on the bag.
Sterling able to get away with that one.
That's for sure.
Here we go.
Well, the ball definitely got back there. Oh. Let's see it again. I'll see it again.
2-2 the count. Oof.
Yeah, that's an out right there.
I didn't realize she skipped it off the one leg, but you originally saw her hit the other leg. You thought it was late, but she skipped it off.
Yeah, I thought it went like right in between her legs, but.
And another bunt right here. That's going to be out number 2.
Boy, that's an outstanding play by Maddie Kachuk for
Yeah, she is
Cinnaminson.
way out of the baseline right there.
How far can you be out of the baseline?
Is it 3 feet?
I think
3
3 feet, yeah.
3 feet.
Well, we're now on the top of Sterling's order. Kayla D'Angelo coming back for a second time. Gets a big swing out of that one, a little too much under. Let's see if Cinnaminson not able to make the catch, and now Sterling gets a run. And now Kayla D'Angelo is going to run to second. Does she get it? She's safe.
Gets her foot right under the tag. That's a great job by Sterling, able to get it on the board.
Yeah, and Marley's had her going home all the way with 2 outs, and that's what we talked about, guys. The aggressive base running that you need to see in these tight games when you're not able to generate offense.
Yeah, for a second, if you were to look at the replay, I thought the second baseman would have been able to make the catch, but I think she tripped last second, and she had to kind of crouch down because I think she heard the right fielder coming in. But overall, still a great job by Sterling to get on the board and cut into this Cinnaminson lead.
Pelkak now up to bat, and again, looking at that looked like it was going to be a nice, easy pop out. But something just like that, a little mistake right there, and now Sterling's up just one behind them.
Well, just found that dead area behind the second baseman and in front of the right fielder. And that's where, as a second baseman, boy, you've really got to turn in a hurry. Turn those shoulders, take that drop step back.
Low to the ground. Kayla D'Angelo, I'm looking at her on second base. She's really antsy to get off of that one. And that's going to be another strike. 2-2 the count. Sterling has someone at second. Pelkak gets a hit to it. Pitcher muffles that one a little bit. And it almost looked like the first base didn't, I don't know. It looked just from my angle that first base didn't have her foot down on the base.
I think it was on the bag. Yeah, her foot was on the bag. Tess Hawk coming in with a 289 average. First pitch in there for a strike. outside. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Sterling looking to keep this inning scoreless for Cinnaminson, so hopefully they can answer back. That's right up the middle into center field, a base hit. So the leadoff runner for Cinnaminson on base.
That's a real nice job by Hawk, just hitting the ball where it's pitched. Ball down the middle, hit it right back up the middle. You've got your 4-hole hitter, but I think, boy, a lot of times you say to yourself, you know, should we bunt to move the run over and sacrifice our 4-hole hitter? And they're going to do that.
They are going to do that.
Bunt goes foul.
Yeah, and again, you look at the different situations. With this being a one-run game, a pitcher's duel, you've got to get runners in scoring position any chance you get, even if you do have your 4-hole hitter.
So it's 0-1 to Rittler. Runner on first, nobody out. Tries to bunt. Stays fair. Throw to first by the catcher is in time. Runner advances into scoring position. As here comes Del Grippo back up to the plate. Cinnaminson looking to add on to this lead. First pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1.
Gets a little piece of that one.
Yeah, that's a good job by Skelly. Going right at the hitter, getting ahead of the hitter in a situation where Cinnaminson was able to move the runner over, has one out with the runner in scoring position.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. You've got 0-2. You don't want anything that's really going to get much of the plate, and that's a good race pitch right there.
That's into left field. A base hit. They'll hold the runner at third. So now runners on the corners with one away. Now up to the plate is Jordan Welsh. She'll try and, for Cinnaminson at least, hopefully get an RBI to add on to their lead. But if you're Sterling, right now is the best chance to get a double play. Throws back to third, out of time.
Both teams doing a much better job offensively second time around against these pitchers. And that tells me, you know, we talked about the mental side of the game, that they're watching the game, watching how the pitchers are approaching the batters.
They're just trying to check that third base runner. Doing a pretty good job of that.
Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike. Just a bit outside. I'm curious to see what the runner on first is going to do, because sooner or later you're going to have to steal to try and prevent a double play. Here's the 3-1. Out toward shallow center field. That ball will drop in for a hit. Run will score. The out.
Yeah, that's a great job getting a force at Kayla D'Angelo, which you'd normally get a hit on, but she did an outstanding job coming in there, getting the ball, and getting a force out at second. But Cinnaminson was able to get the run home, and that's all they wanted to do right there. But a good job by Kayla D'Angelo coming up from center field.
So now 3-1 Cinnaminson after the RBI from Welsh.
Some decent swing of that, and a nice
jumping catch
That's
to retire the side.
Good job recovering by Kay there. She kind of stepped up a little bit, then just kind of composed herself and jumped up and was able to make the play to get them out of the inning.
So Cinnaminson able to add on to their lead as it's now 3-1. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Sterling trying to answer back. They were able to cut into the deficit last time. So leading off here in the bottom half of the fourth is Maggie Ralston. Pitch way high.
Looked like that one slipped out of her hand a little bit too early.
Told she wasn't aiming for the umpire there.
Umpire really had to move that out of that one quickly.
Yeah, use that quick reaction time. 1-0, fouled away. And from what I'm seeing so far, it looks like Sterling's having a bit more trouble offensively with keeping these pitches fair, because for Derbyshire, she throws some very fast fastballs. Gets a lot of velocity on it.
And locates. It's a big key. You could throw hard, but if you get the ball out over the middle of the plate, and we've seen these girls from Sterling have quick bats, quick hands, they'd be all over that, but not going to do much with things on the outer part of the plate.
So 3-1.
This is where it's got to be a good, your head in the count, it's got to be a real good pitch. Something on the...
That pitch is foul. Full count.
This is where you have to think Derbyshire is going to come at Ralston after going inside, maybe low and away.
3-2 popped up, foul grounds. That'll go out of play.
And that's a good pitch by Derbyshire. She got it low and away, but an even better job of Ralston hanging in there and really having a tough at bat there. Really battling for Sterling.
3-2 again. That's sent out towards center field. Catches May, one away.
I thought it had a chance there for
a
second.
second. I thought she put enough power into it. That would have been a real game changer for Sterling if that got out of here.
Man, just unfortunate. Like I said, as soon as she hit that, I was like, that might be out of here.
Yeah.
Caitlin Ott coming up to the plate. Sterling's leading hitter, hitting .489, just having an outstanding sophomore season.
Swings and misses on the first pitch. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. That'll even up the count at 1-1. And as you said, Schulz, .489 average here for Caitlin Ott. Just been a real difference maker for their Sterling team.
Yep.
In the dirt once again, 2-1 the count.
Ott coming in with 22 hits. Second on the team behind D'Angelo and Pelkak.
And so the catcher for Cinnaminson, Otto, having a little meeting out there on the mound with Derbyshire.
And that's a smart move because I think prior to this, there's been only one ball in the dirt, and within this at bat, she's had two in the dirt, and I think I realized she needs to just kind of calm down a little bit, take a deep breath, and get herself back in that rhythm that's had her been so successful against these Sterling hitters.
So ball 4, that'll be a walk for Caitlin Ott. So the tying run will come to the plate in Molly Skelly. Runner on first, one away here for Sterling. Trying to answer after Cinnaminson got one of their own back in the top half of the fourth.
Say possible bunt here, really.
Yeah, right now they're looking for a. Yeah, we talked about getting the ball in play, but you've got opportunity here with somebody who's one of your big hitters.
1-0 out to third. And the throw to second gets away. That'll go into center field. Ott gets to third. So it's now runners on the corners.
Well, that's what happens when you put the ball in play and
when you put the ball in
force
play,
them to
good
make
things
mistakes
happen.
right there. Force them to make plays. They make mistakes. And good job. Good running by Ott. She really got a good break on that. That forced the third baseman to hurry the throw. Wasn't really able to set her feet, and it definitely affected the throw.
So Leslie Soto pinch running for Skelly at first. Jayla Davis up to the plate for Sterling. And Soto steals second
Quite easily.
quite easily. Yeah, no one even really covering it until she got there. So that prevents the double play and put both runners in scoring position, meaning a base hit could pretty easily score both runs. Swing and a miss. 0-2. We'll take a look at the replay. The swing. Yeah, that was a way late swing there. And she went. She'll run to first. We'll take a look, see if she swung.
Yeah, she
Yep.
ran.
Yeah.
That's what we said. Derbyshire, when she gets towards the lower part of the lineup, she's just going at them with fastballs, and I think we saw that right there.
So 2 outs here for Sterling. Runners on second and third. Morgan Bairstow up to the plate. It'd be a real shame for Sterling if they couldn't get these runners across. Could be a difference maker in this game. Pitch is a
Definitely
bit
a
high.
key spot here, Brian. No question about it.
Probably the biggest at-bat of the game so far. And the 1-1. Just missed. It's 2-1.
He's really forcing to get that plate. And guys, and Mr. K will tell you, in softball, we've had umpires who've given them 6-8 inches off the plate, but that's definitely not the case today.
Swings and misses, evens up the count at 2-2.
I mean, big playoff game, but man, that was.
So the 2-2 count. Runners on second and third. Pitches up a bit. Full count.
Win it more, let's go. Hey, big out, man, big out.
A big pitch here for both sides. The 3-2 is a called strike 3.
Wow. Unfortunate for Sterling.
And Sterling not able to capitalize with 2 runners in scoring position. We'll go to the top of the 5th. 3-1 Cinnaminson.
And if you're a pitcher getting out of something like that, sometimes in the middle part of the game, you were struggling at one point a little bit. That can give you your second wind and carry you through the rest of the game. So that's a big strikeout there by Derbyshire.
It's got to be real special for Cinnaminson that they're going to know that they're going to have her for another 3 years or so.
And instantly, and it's going to be a foul ball. And they're already. Let's see. Yep, just foul, yeah. Man, that's just unfortunate. That could have been an easy out. And there's another foul ball.
Here we see this swing where almost got that foot out of the box. There's that like swinging bunt again that you see a lot, and I believe that's what she was able to get that double on and plate their first run on. There you see right there. That's tough because you can tell your girls to do it, but you can only have certain girls who are able to do that because, guys, you know, one thing you always say is not a lot of movement in the batter's box. Your whole body's moving, and you still want to hit the ball, something that every coach tells you not to do, but with that type of thing, you're going against conventional wisdom in baseball and conventional wisdom of hitting instructors, but if you're able to do it, you're seeing the result of what happens.
Derbyshire now up to bat. Takes the bunt, takes a bout. Runner thinking about stealing, and then nope. Let me turn back.
Let's go to 4.
1-1 the count. Another ball here.
But I like the way the runner's being aggressive, taking that big lead off first, because we talked about you doing that is ultimately, when the ball gets hit, put pressure on the fielders.
Gives them an extra thing to think about.
And I think back to where she kept having that extended lead, got down to second in a hurry, forced the third baseman to make that throw without setting her feet, and that led to Sterling's first run.
2-2 the count. Cinnaminson has a runner on first. Now it's the full count.
And Brian, you know, base running's important, baseball or softball, but I think especially in softball, it's just that much more important.
Nice changeup, and unable to get the person at second, but man, what a pitch.
Yep.
Derbyshire was not ready for that one.
But there you see the runner getting second, and that's a good situation because a lot of times you'll have your catcher wanting to frame that pitch, not getting up and getting the throw to second as quickly as they would like.
And a big swing, that might be out, and it doesn't go out, but a major hit, and Cinnaminson now with another run. Now it's 4-1 Cinnaminson.
A little bit more insurance, but again, getting a steal second, put her in scoring position, and that's a big run there for Cinnaminson, and obviously puts Sterling in a tougher spot here, down by 3.
And that's the second out. And a runner now on third.
Hey, Big Al, let's go. See you out of this thing.
Tess Hawk now up to bat. Sterling with 2 outs. And that's a strike. Pitch comes in. And a little too low.
I got to give credit to the umpire. He's got a tight strike zone, but he's consistent, especially in those outside pitches.
He's got that playoff strike
And 3-0 count. Could be looking at a walk here. And she chooses to walk. And Madden Rittler. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Miggles.
Brian with the assist right there.
That's going to be a strike. And a quick back to the pitcher. Runners at third and first. 2 outs for Sterling. For Cinnaminson. And 1-1 count now. Cinnaminson so far, I think, has scored ever since the second inning, or maybe the third. Big hit. Can Kayla D'Angelo get it? She does.
Nice catch out there in center field.
A nice hit, but just a better grab from Kayla D'Angelo. Wow, way to get there.
Bottom fifth. Yeah. Wow, that's a great play by Kayla D'Angelo. We saw her earlier come up and get that force out and ball up the middle. And, much the same way we still took that Derbyshire, getting that strikeout the inning before and looking back and saying if Cinnaminson wins.
Extra base hits. Let's get some excitement in this offense.
So get aggressive. And that's the first strike.
Well, the other thing is he probably has him taking a pitch, put the pressure on the pitcher.
Oh, high ball.
Turning the bunt right there.
Big swing from Ireland K. Can it drop? Yes, she can. Yes, it can. And Ireland K gets on base. And that's right there what you need as Kayla D'Angelo now going back on the top of the order. Oh, it won't be Kayla D'Angelo. Sorry, she was just picking up the bat. It will actually, my bad, will be Brianna Blanchard. And that one's going to be a ball. So Sterling, Ireland K is now going to take second. And now Sterling has someone on scoring position.
Yeah, got a runner in the scoring position, still nobody out, and a 2-0 count. Sterling's got a lot of room to cut into this deficit.
I have to think she's going to be taken all the way here. And it looks that way. And of course now with the 3-0 count, you're going to be taken all the way down 4-1. Nobody out.
Got to take until you see a strike.
Comes the pitch, way too high. Ireland K is going to take third and runners in the corners.
Good overall start here for Sterling.
And now it is Kayla D'Angelo up next.
Could see the runner on first taken second with ease too. Put both runners in scoring position for Sterling.
After 4 straight balls, you have to think that D'Angelo is going to be taken all the way here. Sterling down 4-1.
And a ball right here. And right now, if you're a Sterling softball fan, you're kind of getting a little bit excited right now. You got a little bit of an advantage. Comes the pitch. Great swing at that. That's right down center field as Ireland K will now bring in the second run, and D'Angelo able to get an RBI.
Makes it a 2-run lead now for Cinnaminson. Leading runner coming up to the plate, and still nobody out. Already starting off strong for Sterling in the bottom of the fifth.
Pelcat, who's tied for the lead in hits with Kayla D'Angelo on the team.
And that's going to be a ball.
Just a little bit low. Missed by much. They really wanted that one, but Sterling really working Derbyshire here, forcing her to throw strikes.
And they're going to call her safe.
And that's a planned play, more for what you're able to do on the base paths, because if you have your third baseman racked it up and the shortstop's got to go over and cover, you're going to have third opening, and that's what Sterling had. The shortstop was a little late to get over there.
Both players on scoring positions now. Takes a good swing at that. They're going to say the first is out, but Sterling able to get another run and cut into this deficit.
Good job by Pelcat, hitting the ball to the right side, moving the runners over.
And that was only Sterling's first out.
Overall, a nice job from Sterling. That's a good stretch right there by the first baseman. But
Yeah, that was a great stretch right there.
Sterling able to get another run in. Tying run there at third. Overall, in a great spot.
Sterling doing a great job to cutting it back into that deficit. Nice swing. Nice. Kayla D'Angelo is going to easily get there.
All right, they're saying she tugged.
And the Cinnaminson coach doesn't like it. He says he didn't tag.
Let's see if we can see this on the replay. Talk about a heads-up play there, if in fact that's what.
It's a great catch there by the shortstop.
Nice catch, but
It's tough for us to see.
yeah.
Yeah, from the angle we get on the replay, not able to really tell. I mean, for me, for what I looked at it, I think it was clean. I think she tugged.
Yeah, I thought she tagged, yeah. Oh, it's going to bat, butt, and that's going to be a foul ball. So,
All right, so here's a look.
let's take a look at this, and she does double tag.
She had the bag, so that's a good play.
That is clean.
Yep.
So good call by the ump. And that ball goes low.
And he was, if you saw the ump, he was in position anticipating that, because that's a play you don't really see a lot of base punters make in a fly ball to the infield. But great, you talk about great sense of knowing what to do. D'Angelo knew that the shortstop was going to catch the ball with her momentum going out to the outfield. And base running instincts are something that you could teach the kids, but it's up to them to take it upon themselves to be able to react out there, and D'Angelo was able to do that.
That's a close one to call.
Close one, but I think that's an out.
Yeah. Either way, I think that's a good call from the ump.
Just got her. Yep, she's out.
About a half a step.
Like, I don't like the shelling, I just eat the whole thing.
Do you like chew on bananas without peeling them? You just chew them? Eat oranges with the peel on them?
Why not? Ooh, dangerous pitch. I mean, dangerous hit right there.
So, leading off for Cinnaminson, it's Del Grippo.
We're going to stay on this one a little bit. John, do you chew on the crab leg without taking the meat out?
Oh my God.
We got a man's man right here.
You see, Schulz is never going to let this go.
No, I can't.
I just eat the whole thing. That's where all the seasoning is. It's not inside. It's all on the outside. Might as well.
You see, Wiggles, if you play baseball, you'd see like if you would go in the dugout, the whole floor is covered in shells, and if you were in the dugout, people would be judging you so hard.
Brian, that's why I'm keeping my Twix bars as far away from this man as possible. They couldn't be further away from
That's
him.
popped up. Out to second. Catch is made. One away.
I thought that was just normal. Great. like seriously, it's just I eat the whole thing. I don't spit out the shelling. I'm just like, yeah.
Whatever you like to eat, Wiggles.
John, he's never refused any offer of food.
No, I have not.
That'll go just foul.
Sterling fortunate that went foul because you had Bairstow react, but didn't really get to that, but it had that spin that took it away. John Howard will be leaving. John, great job as always, and good luck.
See you later, Wiggles.
Tennis.
Good luck in your playoff game. So here's the 1-0. Bit outside 2-0 the count. So Sterling and Cinnaminson tied at 4-piece here in this playoff game. Swing and a miss. Way early on that swing.
And one thing, Brian, that I've really liked when you're talking about Sterling is their body language throughout this entire game. Even when they were down 4-, I mean, that's when you really look at body language. I didn't see anybody panic. I saw the girls picking each other up. And that's one of the things I know that Coach Johnson really stressed with the kids, and it looks like Coach Marley's also has that mindset. You see that also, when he coaches soccer, just to stay at it, look to make the next play, and they've definitely carried that out today.
Yeah, because when you're down early, you still got a lot of time to come back in this game, and just overall great job by Marley's and the whole team for just keeping their composure, staying calm, and just making the plays that they need to. So it's a walk for Welsh. Bunt right in front of the plate. Throw to first is in time. Runner advances to second. So 2 down. Here in the top of the 6th. Here's Zara McNair. First pitch a bit high, 1-0.
Nice job by Blanchard getting out there, making that play.
Bit low and away, 2-0 the count.
And we talked about, a lot of, and rightfully so, about what D'Angelo did in tagging up and getting home. But Blanchard also in that last inning at second did a good job advancing as we look at the foul off to that left side on that running or swinging bunt. But Blanchard did a nice job on that play where there was the out, held up at second, and then hustled and advanced on the throw, and played a big part in Sterling getting one of those runs. So really a nice job by her, both defensively and on the bases today.
Popped up, that'll go foul. Evens at the count at 2-2. So 2-2 the count, 2 away, runner on second. A lot of 2s involved in this situation. Sterling trying to keep this game tied. Out there to short, nice stop there. The throw to first, not going to be in time. So an infield knock to keep this inning alive for Cinnaminson.
Yeah, that's a tough one with Pelkak having to go to her feet.
No run scores. So runners at the corners now. with 2 away. Here is Derbyshire. First pitch foul into the seats.
And this was the situation here for Skelly was a lot like what Derbyshire on the mound for Cinnaminson faced a couple innings ago with runner at the corner and with 2 outs and needed a strikeout. And boy, does Skelly ever need one here.
1624.
Big at bat here for Cinnaminson, trying to take the lead back. Sterling trying to keep this game tied.
Coach Marley's calling the play for what's going to happen defensively on a potential steal.
Here's the 1-1. A bit high and away.
I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to 2 strikes if Cinnaminson doesn't send the runner. Just to kind of stir things up there with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Early on that swing. So we'll take a look at it right here. So 2-2 the count. And the pitch. Chopped foul in front of the plate.
Real nice pitcher's pitch there by Skelly, low and away. Not giving anything real good to Derbyshire.
See if she can get her to chase. We're gonna weak grounder. That one will go foul.
I tell you, that's a nice sequence there by Skelly going low and away, hide inside, and that's where you got to tip your cap to the hitter, Derbyshire, fighting that off.
And the 2-2. Popped up, that will go foul. Into the infield of the varsity field.
Boy, an impressive job by Derbyshire, the freshman battling right here. I'm sorry, Brian, you were saying?
No, I was just saying, my biggest goal here for commentating this game, I want a souvenir of my own, you know?
Okay, you got to catch it.
Hopefully one comes to me.
Well, 3-2 here, and you saw the runner advance to second, as we thought that could hapen. And
A swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Skelly to keep this game tied.
boy, what a job by Skelly, going against a tough hitter in Derbyshire and going at her with that changeup.
Popped up, foul ground. Is this my chance? No, it isn't. As the catch is made for the first down.
Matty Kachuk, that's a great play there, going right against that fence. And that's a tough play for a visitor who, it's not your home field. Your home field, you know exactly how much room you have. Didn't have it. She did a good job putting her hand up.
Great way to judge on where she was in foul territory.
Because that was just, looked for a second like it was going out.
First pitch in there for a strike to Jayla Davis. Here's the 0-1. That is out to short. Throw to first is in time. 2 quick outs to start the bottom of the 6th. And a nice play defensively by McNair out there.
You talk about McNair, that got turned in a hurry, and you talk about the transfer, getting it, getting up to a throwing position in a hurry, and that's exactly what you need from your shortstop, and she just did a textbook job of it right there.
So here's Morgan Bairstow. Looked to bunt on the first pitch of that at bat. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Way late on that one. 0-2 the count to Bairstow.
have to think that Derbyshire is going to stick with the fastball here.
Swing and a miss. Looked like she went off speed there for that final strike.
Made a liar out of me.
So we'll go to the top of the 7th as Sterling's retired in order. Sunglasses in the backwards hat. Popped up, that will go foul out of play.
Stay within yourself. Stay within yourself. Come on, man. Need you double out. Need you, kid. Hey, let's go, kid. Just need you one double out. Bingo, man.
So here is the 0-1 to Kachuk. Out to short, caught on the line for the first out. Nice play defensively from Raina Pelkak. So coming up to the plate for Cinnaminson is number 48. That is Gabby Otto. First pitch a bit high, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, I think, you talk about pitchers adjusting throughout a game. It looks like both pitchers at this point are just trying to pitch to contact, putting the ball there, and letting their fielders make plays.
So a foul tip into the glove for a strike. So here's the 1-2 from Skelly. That pitch will go foul. So still 1-2 to Gabby Otto. And the 1-2 popped up and can't make the catch. It's a fair ball. The throw to first is in time.
Boy, that's a big break for Sterling, no question about it. And she was clearly in fair territory when she had that ball go off her glove.
A great reaction play there from the third baseman of Sterling, Jayla Davis.
I agree. That was an outstanding play by Davis, sensing that the hitter just stopped.
Just kind of caught her off guard.
If you're unsure, when in doubt, just keep going. You can always come back.
That's what I learned when playing. Just keep going until you hear foul.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 1-1 to Tess Hawk. The 1-1. High and away, 2-1. 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th. Still tied at 4. So, if Sterling can hold Cinnaminson here, just 1 run in the bottom of the 7th could walk it off. Or, if this game does stay tied, we could go to extra innings. Here's the 3-1. Popped up. Out to third, Davis makes the catch. 2 retire the side, so we'll go to the bottom half of the 7th. Sterling with a chance to hopefully, Schulze, walk it off.
I give them credit for getting themselves to this situation after being down 4-1.
So leading off is Ireland Kay. In there for a strike.
Taking all the way there.
You see defensively both first and third moving in at the potential bunt. So 1-1 to K. And just a bit low.
And Brian, that's the other thing. I don't think we've talked enough about is how selective Sterling's been at the plate, really forcing Derbyshire to throw strikes. They've really had some outstanding at-bats.
That's out to second. Throw to first is in time. Nice play there defensively at first by Kachuk.
Yeah, that's a great play. Great scoop by Kachuk. He didn't even hit the ground, but a great stretch right there. And she's really done a nice job at first base. You know, we saw that foul ball coming over here, getting me out against the fence.
So here's
Brianna Blanchard.
She's been very good behind the plate today for Sterling. As you said, Sterling doing a great job being selective at the plate, making Derbyshire work, making every pitch mean something. That pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 2-1. Just a bit off the plate. 3-1 the count.
This guy, you always hear this from 3-1 count, especially in this situation. It's got to be your pitch. Got to really be out over the plate.
And a nice at-bat there for Sterling as the winning run is now on first base.
But again, we talk about tight strike zone, but he's been consistent. That low pitch, if that's below the knee, a little bit below the knees, they have not been getting that all day.
If that's what he wants to call, that's what he's going to call.
Yep. And that's all as a hitter and a pitcher. You ask for his consistency, and we've definitely gotten that today.
So up to the plate, Kayla D'Angelo. That pitch in the dirt, gets away, runner takes second. So now, the winning run in scoring position for Sterling.
Good heads-up play by Blanchard on the base pass.
Yeah, and it seems like Otto just kind of lost it, got away from her as that pitch bounced in the dirt. In the dirt again, runner going for third. She's going to get there safely. So now the winning run just however many feet away.
They're tough pitches to handle. Looks like it bounced before the plate, and that's tough for a catcher to field that cleanly.
So Kayla D'Angelo with a 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. I mean, personally, Schulze, I don't see why you're swinging there on a 2-0.
Yep.
Especially with how tight the strike zone has been all day.
But you're in a great situation here, I'll tell you what, with one of your best hitters on the team, Kayla D'Angelo, tied for the team lead in hits, up here with a chance to end it.
So the 2-1. Starting to feel a couple raindrops here, Schulze. Just what we love to see.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything that's going to be consistent.
Nah. Here's the 3-1. And in there for a strike. Fills up the count.
Boy, it's a gutsy pitch to a real good hitter. That was right there, right belt high. And Derbyshire really went at D'Angelo.
Here's the 3-2. Out there to second. The throw home, not in
That's
time. And Sterling will take the lead.
That's
And
the game. Okay.
And that's the game. Sterling wins it.
I thought I was missing something, Brian.
Yeah, that's what I
Everybody was
thought too.
standing
I
there.
thought And a walk-off there for Sterling as they get the win at home, 5-4 the final.
Wow. What a job Sterling did as a team, and a great job there by D'Angelo. Run on third line. You just got to get the ball to the right side. She was able to do that. And Sterling comes away with a big comeback win here at home.
Overall, a great job. They were down 4-1 and were able to come back in this one. A great job from Sterling overall.
And you see the girls congratulating each other there.
So here's a look at the final play. Way right to second and just had no chance.
Again, got it to the right side, and you saw Blanchard just breaking off contract. Okay, as we look at this, we're going to break for the post-game show. I'll be going to talk to Mr. Marley's and talk to our players of the game. So we'll be back after a short break. And we are on here with our post-game show. We're first going to talk to Kayla D'Angelo. Boy, we'll go right to what ended it with that at bat. Talk about your approach at that point.
I mean, I had seen the picture for 3 times now, and I knew that I had a job to do, and I wasn't going to let my team down. We weren't going to go home sad, so, just try to stay as calm as possible, and, yeah, it's all good.
You hit the ball to the right. Were you trying to just get your bat on the ball, or were you purposely trying to get it to the right side?
I was just trying to get a bat on the ball. It was a really ugly hit, but it did what it had to do, and that's all I was looking for. No home runs, nothing crazy, just.
And a couple of things that you did that led to this. First off, talk about the defensive play out in the outfield. They had a couple of runners on. It could have extended to possibly a 6-1 lead. Talk about that catch out there.
Right, so I'm not going to lie to you. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I was calling that before it even got off the bat. I knew I was cheating over a little bit. I was just reading the batter's body language. I knew that they were late on Molly, so I knew they were going to hit to the right side, and I just stayed calm, didn't try to do too much.
Well, that doesn't surprise me that you read that, because that leads me to my next question. Talk about your base running and getting the game tied up with a fly ball to the shortstop. How were you reading that, and what led you to react the way you did?
Again, I knew who I had to the right of me. I knew Marlies was counting on me and that I had the capabilities to get home from a fly ball to short. And I just tried to stay aggressive the whole time, wasn't letting up. All gas, no brakes.
Well, that was just an outstanding play. Kayla, talk about what this win does as a senior leader in this team. Talk about how your team was able to will its way back in this game.
I'm so proud of us today. This means a lot. I knew going into it that this wasn't going to be our last game. I just had a lot of confidence, and I'm just proud of everything that we were able to accomplish today and how we strung together hits and just worked really well together. Well,
just a great job by you, and hey, keep it going. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, Mr. Schultz.
Okay. And we have Brianna Blanchard here. You also did a nice job running the bases. That was a big thing. We'll get to your catching later. Are you just always thinking of all the different situations in your head that could happen every time you're on?
Yeah, so I always read the catcher, and today her body language is a little bit down, so I knew that she wasn't going to be her best, so I was looking for pass balls and to get extra bases and possibly get the winning run. So
is that something Coach Marley's preaches to you girls?
Yeah, he preaches aggressive base running, and I think we all do a pretty good job of aggressively running the bases, and I think that it paid off. Everybody did it well today, aggressively running. So. And
on the other end, you're aggressive on the base paths. You really are aggressive in trying to cut down runners, keep the runners close. Talk about how that defensively played a part in today's win.
Well, I think that every base runner that we got on had the capability to get an extra base, and I think that every run that they got mattered, and we couldn't let them get any runs. So I think that everyone did a good job of covering bases so that they couldn't get extra.
I would agree with that. And also your job as a catcher is keeping your pitcher calm. Talk about what Molly Skelly was able to do, getting into some trouble early on. But what did you say to her just to get her to settle down and get into a rhythm?
Once they started scoring a little bit, I knew that I had to go out there and talk to her. Just not that she was doing anything wrong, but just to stop their momentum, and I just had to tell her that she was doing good and that like it was going to be fine and everyone was going to be able to back her up if something went wrong.
Well, definitely worked, and we're going to kind of get towards the end of this interview because we have an impending storm. Hey, congratulations, girls. Great job. We're going to talk to Coach Marley's here in a second, but say the same thing I said to Kayla. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Okay.
We can keep it short.
We will, yeah. Mr. Marley's he likes keeping it short, and we're in a perfect situation to do that. You got to be ultra proud of your team. Talk about what they're able to do.
Yeah, so we kind of prepared for moments like this from March on. So to be honest with you, we haven't been a team that's been able to come back, but we talked a lot about, making the next play and that being the approach. You having a bad at bat, you go and make the play.
Up your shoulders. There we go.
Oh, we'll be viral now. You know what I mean? So just making the next play, and to see them be able to do that and to fight back in the way they did, definitely a proud moment. And I knew they were capable of it, so I was just proud that they continued to play through the game and execute.
And that's a key thing. As a coach, you can only do so much. They've got to react out there and carry out what you teach them. Talk about what these two we had on here did in their base running and just being alert and thinking situationally.
Yeah, so, it's interesting because we sort of have two leadoff hitters. Bree's in the 9 spot, could be a leadoff hitter, and we like to put her there so that we have somebody on base in front of Kayla. And Kayla's, arguably the best leadoff hitter in the conference. So they have great instincts. They have great speed. They're aggressive base runners. I mean, Bree single-handedly put us in a position to win that game by taking those 2 bases. She had previously stole third and scored a run earlier in the game. So the base running was big today. It's always something that we try to be aggressive with and prioritize. And those two are, two of the best at it.
And is that the key the rest of the way, no matter who you play, just to play situationally and small ball and just make plays you need to make?
Yeah, so the more you advance, the stronger these teams are going to be. We don't expect to come out and to be hitting a bunch of balls in the gap. We know that's not going to happen. They're quality teams, really strong pitchers. So we're going to have to get base runners on however we can. If that's laying bunts down, it's laying bunts down. If that's just grinding out at bats, trying to get walks, we'll do that as well. But putting the ball in play, getting base runners on, when we've been good, we've been able to do that. And then ultimately it's going to come down to how we defend. When we defend, we can beat anybody, because we have the pitching to do it. So
yeah, and you did that today too. Coach, great job today, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Come on. Okay. And that'll do it. We're going to take it back to Brian.
Waving the camera.
Oh, okay. Waving at the camera here. All right. Do you want to take it back to you?
No, we're done.
We're done. Okay. Okay.